Since 2007, Statesville's economy has degraded at an alarming rate. Shops have closed on nearly every street in the city. There have been little to no efforts made to improve Statesville's situation, for if there were, it would be clearly visible to the public. This can easily be reflected by the obsolescent Signal Hill Mall. The majority of stores have been closed, and the mall has become a place where only elderly aged people go to exercise for leisure. Fewer and fewer amounts of Statesvillians and Iredell County residents choose Signal Hill Mall as a place to shop. Many say it is no longer worth their time to even step into the mall. Many people have also said that the next step for the mall is for it to shut down completely. It is hard to say that the county government, city officials, or even the Chamber of Commerce is doing anything to improve Statesville's economic and business crisis.
Statesville's a good place to start a business.
Never. There's nothing here. What are you gonna do here? How are you gonna start a business? There's nobody here.
Would you agree that neighboring cities in Statesville are more popular than Statesville?
Yes. Morrisville is better than Statesville. Salisbury even better than Statesville. And they don't even have a mall either.
Statesville, much unlike a lot of other communities in the country, typically you have three economic sectors: industrial, commercial, and service. A lot of communities, particularly communities our size, are really heavy into an industrial. Their economy is driven by the industrial base. But we've seen, certainly over the last 15 years or so, the industrial climate across the country has degraded significantly, and that's caused a lot of communities real issues.
Do you think Statesville is a good place to start a business?
Starting a business takes a lot of work and takes a lot of time and takes a lot of determination. Before you even open the door, before you open the doors, you have to do a whole lot of work, and you have to plan to succeed. And a lot of times people open up a business and they open up a business without doing a business plan. Well, if you don't have a plan to succeed, chances are pretty good you're not going to succeed.
What is causing so many people to leave Statesville and go to neighboring cities?
That is a question that's a great question. It's a question that we face every day. We have, one of the things that we don't have, what we have in our neighboring community is, or certainly down in Mooresville and below, is the attraction of the lake. In addition to the closer proximity to the southeast largest or fastest growing city. So particularly younger people like to be, and me too, we want to be involved in the rush of Charlotte. Well, you can if you're in Mooresville or Huntersville or Cornelius, you're practically in Charlotte. Statesville is a little bit less. Statesville's a little bit less busy. There's a little bit less to do.
What used to be a thriving middle-class city is now one of the least popular in the state. Although two-time winner for the All-American City Award, this achievement does not reflect what Statesville has become today. Many say that what has happened to Statesville is a shame, since it used to be one of the most economic growing and competitive cities in the area that provided jobs to many, shops for consumers, and a place of leisure for people of all ages, young or old. All of that has changed over the years.
You know Signal Hill Mall, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think that people aren't going there much? What do you think that
No stores. Nothing there. You got Belts and J.C. Penney. That's it. Foot Locker. I'd rather go to Mooresville.
Do you think that the Chamber of Commerce is working on this?
No.
About it?
No. Because it's been like this for years, and it's just getting worse.
What do you think could help out the situation? What do you think could bring more people, or bring more shops, or bring
more stores, and not have it so congested out here when they come out here. Me, for instance, after 4 o'clock, after 3 o'clock, I wouldn't travel out here. I'm from New York, and I'm used to heavy traffic, but this out here is a mess. This is a mess. And you get more stores, you get more people.
Okay.
We have seen too many stores shut down. Too many businesses moved to neighboring cities. Statesville's popularity has decreased, and it is safe to say, at an alarmingly increasing rate. Youth have no interest in coming to the city to live, work, or play. Teenagers and young adults, ranging from those of 14 to 27 years old, have said that they prefer to shop at Mooresville, Charlotte, Hickory, Winston-Salem, Lenoir, or Concord.
I think the main activity Statesville gets profit from.
I don't think they get anything, to be honest with you. They don't really have anything to get profit from. No, there's nothing.
What is causing so many people to leave from Statesville and go to neighboring cities?
There's nothing to offer.
More
States
attractions are there.
It's a lot more stores, a lot more restaurants, a lot more activities. There's nothing here for Statesville to do.
You know, Statesville's a little bit less busy. There's a little bit less to do.
I don't even see Santa in this mall this year. You know, by this time, for Christmas, this mall used to be lined with vendors where you could get little cute knickknacks and gifts and homemade quilts, and nobody's even. Christmas is next week.
Do you think Statesville is a good place to start a business?
No. No.
Example of what I was just saying. You can't do this in Forsyth, not Forsyth, excuse me, but you can do this in Forsyth County at Haynes Mall. You couldn't do this at even Norfolk in Charlotte. This is empty. This is ridiculous. It's Christmas. People supposed to be buying shoes, buying shirts, buying something for the kids. Ain't nobody here but me, you, and workers. Go that way. This is sad.
Years ago, Statesville used to be the center where people would come together and enjoy daily life. It still is where I-77 and I-40 cross, but less people have the desire to come into the city. Statesville's lacking growth has been a result of the shutting down of stores and businesses around the entire city. Matt Wilda, a mall commentator, said that she had not been to Signal Hill Mall since she was in high school in the 1990s. At that time, the mall seemed fairly healthy. The mall presently is nothing compared to when she first stepped in.
I believe if they were stores that were not replicated in the outlying communities. So if it's going to be the same stores, you're going to put like Old Navy. Old Navy's already in Mooresville. Why would people from Mooresville drive to Statesville to go to something when they have it there? So it'd have to be unique, is what I believe. Something that's unique to the area, or a store that is not replicated someplace else.
Okay.
So like we don't really have, the closest, say, Barnes & Noble is down in Huntersville, or Hickory. So maybe if you had something like that, although it's just an example because I know bookstores are going out of style, but if it's a store that people want to shop in and we don't have one that's close by, then I think that would be a draw, but not duplicates.
Could Statesville prosper? Could Statesville be able to attract more people? Certain people believe more consumers would come into the town and shop if there could be greater advertising, and if downtown were made more noticeable to the public who only see the outskirts of the city. One Statesvillian resident and worker comments on the possibility of achieving this.
I've spoken to a couple of neighboring stores here right in downtown. We don't see many people walking in downtown. We don't get many walk-ins. So we're trying to figure out that as well, what could make them come here. I know that a lot of people that live in Statesville don't come to the downtown area and don't really know what's in here. So I think someone has to do something to attract people. I think there's been a lot of new businesses that have opened up right along in downtown. I think what they're doing with the art crawls that they had about a month or two ago and the shop and strolls that they have, I think people coming in are seeing what's here, that there's, places they can shop, they can eat, they can, so I think that's helping. But I think if the people here in Statesville don't actually know what's in their own town, it's hard for them to be telling everybody else about it. So we have to get the people that are actually in town to know what's here.
It is truly shameful that political officials are not willing to make Statesville what it once used to be. For many believe that Statesville has great potential, but that potential is not used the way it is meant to be used. For many believe that Statesville is a city of great opportunity and change, yet these opportunities are not being given the chance they deserve.